How much fun you're having tonight on those smartphones. So when you take that photo, be sure to hashtag Monster Jam on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also you could have a chance to see your photo up on the video board during tonight's Monster Jam. Live from Angel Stadium, home of your Los Angeles Angels here in Anaheim, we welcome in the fans watching from across the globe for the Monster Jam Live on Facebook. Tonight you will hear directly from some of the biggest superstars of Monster Jam, and we will preview tonight's action. And now to get us started, let's send it down to our behind-the-scenes pit reporter, Diana Reid.
I'm here with the crew chief for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. It's John Sweeney. Now, John, our first 2 weekends on tour, we were on the East Coast, and these past 2 weekends, we've been on the West Coast. Tell me, is there anything you've done to that Monster Jam truck to prepare for Anaheim that might have been different from the past shows?
Well, the first couple shows were football fields. This is a baseball field, so the tracks are a little different. We have to change the shocks, but we got it ready to go.
Now, as a crew chief, you have to be prepared for anything right here on this track during tonight's big Monster Jam event. Tell me, what kind of quick fixes will you do right here?
Well, we can change 4 links, steering rams, anything that's a couple minutes. Otherwise, we'll take it outside and we'll get them back.
Now, I've noticed you have something in your hand right here. Tell me, what's this for?
Well, if you pay attention right before freestyle, we're going to play a little game.
That's a little behind the scenes with the crew chief for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Now it's time to get up close and personal with your favorite drivers. Let's kick things off with Team Zombie's Colt Stevens.
My name is Colt Stevens. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm the driver of Zombie, and this will be my 4th year with Monster Jam. I got into Monster Jam because of my dad. I am a 2nd-generation driver. I got the opportunity to drive because of him, and I'm thankful for it every day. To watch what he went through, all those years driving King Crunch, and now for me to be driving, all I want to do is make him proud every single weekend. You know, driving a 1,500 horsepower Monster Jam truck is like nothing else out there. I've got 66-inch tall BKT tires, I got a full cage, and this sucker's ready to fly. I would describe my driving style as high energy. I like to come out with a bang in the beginning, keep a fast pace, big air, and maybe I'll throw in a backflip every now and then. What keeps me motivated to compete in Monster Jam is all the amazing fans. It is so awesome to meet all of you guys out on the road and put a smile on your face every single weekend. When I look back on my Monster Jam career, I want to be known for being a well-rounded driver. I want to do well in racing, two-wheel skill, and I always want to go out there and win freestyle. In 2018, I want to be really consistent. I want to stay on top through the whole series, and then hopefully come out with a World Finals win.
Colt Stevens and Zombie now here at the Monster Jam Live stage. Colt Stevens, you had 2 amazing runs last week in the 2-wheel skills challenge and racing. You're getting faster and faster. What has been the difference week in, week out?
You know, I have a really strong crew chief behind me this year, Daniel. He's got the Zombie truck dialed in and week out. It's a rough schedule we're on here, but you know what? We're going to keep plugging away and hopefully come out with a win.
As I just said, you're getting faster and faster week after week, some of the fastest times. Do you want to know who you're racing against when you get to the start line?
You know, I don't care who's in the other lane. Zombie's out here to win. It doesn't matter if it's the fastest guy or the slowest guy. I just want to be in the winner's circle.
And I know you love seeing the fans do those zombie arms.
That's right. Right before freestyle, I need everyone to stand up, get loud, and get those arms going, because you know what? The bigger they are, the bigger I'm going to go out there in the Zombie truck.
Let's hear it one more time for Colt Stevens and Zombie. Up next, let's get to know more Monster Jam drivers.
Hi, my name's Chuck Warner. I drive El Toro Loco. I'm from Paxton, Illinois. I've been driving since 2006. I was a gearhead all my life. Tore apart my toys whenever I was little, had them strung all over the place. I started drag racing and run demolition derby, and after that, I kind of developed into Monster Jam.
My
favorite part about Monster Jam is actually visiting and connecting with the fans. They pay their hard-earned money to come see our shows, and feeding off of them actually feeds how we go in freestyle. As a Monster Jam driver, I'm known to be a quiet guy that likes to speak with his right foot. I drive by the seat of my pants. Sometimes I'll go out there and I just feel the way the truck's reacting and act accordingly. Helping out at Monster Jam University, you have all these younger drivers come in that have all these new ideas for new tricks. So I kind of help feed off of that and perfect my own. 2018 is going to bring from El Toro Loco no holds barred, pedal to the metal, fast-paced action.
It is the driver of El Toro Loco. It is Chuck Warner. Chuck, you've been doing such a great, consistent job this entire season, in the lead pretty much the entire time. Last week, you were going into the competition tied in first when it came to points with Charlie Pauken, and then you slid back a little bit. You're now in 5th place. What is it going to take to get you back into that top spot?
Well, that just goes to show you, how great these Monster Jam drivers are. Everybody's like right there in between each other. So I'm just going to have to go out there tonight, give it my best, 120% this time.
You always give it 120%. Now, we are here tonight in Anaheim, the 3rd of 3 sold-out shows in Anaheim, but we still have 2 more to go, so 5 shows. What do you think it is about Monster Jam that keeps these fans coming back time after time after time?
Well, that's one thing that I've always said, that I love about Monster Jam. It's a great family show. It's always action-packed, and that's what brings them back for us.
It is going to be action-packed here tonight with this one in the house. It is El Toro Loco driver Chuck Warner. And up next, let's get to know a little bit more about Overboard driver Jamie Garner.
Hi, I am Jamie Garner with the Overboard Monster Truck. We're from Fortville, Indiana. Been driving, competing for 6 years now. Last year was my first year ever at Monster Jam. We got nominated for Big Air Award, Extreme Air at Vegas this year. The fan participation in Monster Jam, that's really what gets us going and keeps us kind of pushing. I got 2 kids of my own, so they push us pretty hard to compete, try to win. My little girl's 2 years old, so she pushes every weekend, Dad, I want a trophy. So it drives you. Monster Jam 2018 this year, what we're really looking for, I got a new teammate, Colt Venard. Me and Cole, truthfully, just want to come in here and try to dominate every event we can dominate. We want to knock out and win some freestyles. We're hoping we can win some 2-wheel challenge. And we're really hoping just to get both trucks into Vegas and just be able to compete there in front of the fans. The competition at Monster Jam, every single truck here is top-notch. There is no slouches anymore. They've got the best of the best. I mean, we have Tom Meents here with us. There is nobody better than Tom Meents. You got Chuck Warner. We have a lineup stacked here that is insane to try to beat. So we're just going to go out and compete against ourselves, just to push ourselves as far as we can and see where we end up at. I mean, that's what we did last year, and it seemed to work for us. That's what we're going to do again this year.
I'm here with Jamie Garner and Overboard. Now, Jamie, tell the fans how you got started in the Monster Jam circuit.
We first started painting Jim Kohler's bodies for Vegas World Finals. Jim gave me an opportunity to drive one weekend with his truck, and ever since then we were hooked. Fans driving you, so we had to get this one.
Now, during the freestyle competition, you get to watch your competitors out there on the track. Tell me, do you take note of what they're doing? Do you change your strategy?
We plan our first hit. The first hit doesn't change regardless what the other guys do. After the first hit, we do watch what they do, which it does kind of change our thoughts and change our mind on how they flew or the different angles the trucks go. So it does kind of change our freestyle as we go.
Let's hear it for Overboard and Jamie Garner. Up next is Obsessed and Eric Swanson.
Hi, I'm Eric Swanson. I drive the Obsessed Monster Truck, and I've been driving for 8 years now. And I originally got started in Monster Jam through my dad. He's been driving for 20 plus years. And before that, while I grew up watching him, I rode dirt bike, kind of had a little motorsports background, so that's what really helped me. The competition this year is really tough. We have 2-wheel skill challenge, which is new, and we also have all these competitive drivers, and we're gonna come out on top this year. You know, in Monster Jam, I would love to be known for the driver as people want to see me not because of the truck, just to see my driving style. What motivates me in the Monster Jam truck is to improve each week and each day and have the fans behind me each and every day. What I'm looking for is to have the cleanest driving in the big air and fast in between obstacles. To me, my family would inspire me the most because they push me each and every day to get better and better. My goal for this season, we have had two stadium freestyle wins, but we're going to go for the racing win this year.
Eric Swanson in Obsessed. Pretty much a hometown show for you. How special would it be for you to get the win here tonight?
You know, it'd be great. It's like coming home. You know, we have our fans here, and we're going to give you what you guys want.
You won here 2 years ago in freestyle. What would that mean to you, and how special would it be to win again?
Yeah, you know, it's great coming here and winning, but to come back and win would be the best feeling.
One more time for Eric Swanson in Obsessed. Now let's get to know Team Hot Wheels Firestorm and Scott Butow.
I'm Scott Butow, driver Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. I'm from Lakeland Hills, Illinois, and I've been driving for 8 years. I was fortunate in 2008 to get an invite to Digger's Dungeon in North Carolina to try out with some of the best drivers there is. And things went well for me. I have a background in motorsports and in engineering, so when I got the tryout in 2008, I kicked the door open, things went well, and here I am today. In 2018, Team Hot Wheels is looking forward to the 50th anniversary of Hot Wheels. We're going to come to you with something new, aggressive, and loud. What gets you going is the Monster Jam fans. When you see them, you can hear them inside your helmet, even with the earplugs in. The louder they are, the higher we go. It's all about you, Monster Jam fans. I would describe my driving style as aggressive, raw, and a little bit of in-your-face attitude. Every show we try to do a backflip in our run for freestyle, so I guess that's what I'm known for, and I'll take that anytime. I would describe Monster Jam as fun, family, and fans. My biggest competition is myself and inside my head. If I can get past that, we're going to bring a championship home to Hot Wheels.
We are in the home of Hot Wheels with Mr. Team Hot Wheels Firestorm himself. It's Scott Butow. Tonight we are in the home of Hot Wheels headquarters, if you will. And of course this year we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Hot Wheels. How does it feel to be a part and to be represented by a company with such a legacy?
I said this all along, you know, Hot Wheels is the best sponsor in all of Monster Jam. It's an honor and privilege to have that on the door, to celebrate 50 years, to be back here in Angel Stadium. We're ready to rock.
So, yes. Now, this is the hometown show for Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. Is there any extra sort of pressure, nerves that go along with the performance that you're about to give out there tonight?
No. Oh, it's all about the fans, it's all about fun and family. We're ready to rock. The louder you guys are, the higher we're gonna go. We're gonna blow this apart. Are you ready?
Let's hear it one more time for Team Hot Wheels Firestorm driver Scott Butow.
We know you fans are amazed at what these Monster Jam drivers and trucks can do on the track week in and week out, putting on incredible performances. But the drivers will tell you it's not just what happens behind the wheel. The technology of today's Monster Jam truck and the hard work of the crew chiefs and technicians allow these Monster Jam drivers to compete at the highest level possible. Now for more on this, let's rejoin our behind-the-scenes pit reporter, Diana Reid.
This is a steering ram, and this particular steering ram goes in the rear of the Monster Jam truck. It helps control the wheels as they turn from side to side. As we zoom in, you can see right there, those are the ball switches. Those help bring those wheels back to center. This is a very important piece of apparatus as it really helps in the control and steering of that Monster Jam truck. You can also see it's a pretty heavy piece of apparatus too. Let's get back to our competitors. Up next is Aaron Basil and Devastator.
Aaron Basil and Devastator ready to go tonight. You've been here before, 16 years experience. What do you do to prep mentally for a show?
Yeah, I've been here before, but it was about 6 years ago. I was crewing for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so to get my chance to come out here on the floor and show what I can do behind the wheel of Devastator, it's going to be great for me this evening.
Now, coming into racing, we always want to ask the drivers, what do you think the key to racing is tonight?
The key, in practice last night, it was consistency, not going too hard in the corners because the track was watered and it was pretty slick. So I think if you're just calm and cool in the corners, you might have a chance at winning this thing.
One more time for Aaron Basil and Devastator. Now, let's get to know Monster Mutt Dalmatians, Candace Jolly.
Hi, my name is Candace Jolly. I drive Monster Mutt Dalmatian. I'm from Naples, Florida, and I've been competing in Monster Jam for 12 years. I actually started racing when I was 8 years old. I raced go-karts, Formula V, Sports 2000, limited late models, and then worked my way up to Monster Jam. When I am strapped into my Monster Jam truck, it is absolutely amazing. We're jumping 30 feet in the air, sky wheelies, donuts. It's absolutely adrenaline rush. When you get into a stadium of 60,000 Monster Jam fans and they are screaming and chanting for you and Monster Mutt Dalmatian, it is absolutely the highlight of my day. It's like getting to go out to the World Finals and having my fashion show with all my little Dalmatian Nation babies. It's exhilarating, it's exciting, and I absolutely love it. It started with one little girl from California who came to the show all decked out in Dalmatian Nation gear, and she got a couple other little girls to start doing it, and it just turned into this whole group of little Dalmatian Nation babies to where now we get to go out to the World Finals. We had 82 in the fashion show last year. I can't wait for next year. It's going to be bigger and badder than ever. In 2018, I hope to get a few more stadium freestyle wins under my belt. That's my goal, and we're going to keep striving till we get it.
Her Dalmatian Nation is in the house, as is she. It is the one and only Candace Jolly, driver of Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Make some noise, Anaheim. Now, from what I understand, Anaheim holds a sort of special place in your heart.
Absolutely. You know, this is where my Dalmatian Nation started in the very beginning, and the girls are coming out. They're all decked out in their spots. They look so cute to support me, and I just absolutely love it here in Anaheim.
Last week in San Diego, we saw an incredible victory for you, your first two-wheel skills challenge victory. Tell us a little bit about that.
You know, it was amazing. I was watching all these great drivers go out there not getting the stunts that they wanted to. So I told my crew chief, I said, we're going to run old school. We're going to go sky wheelies, slap wheelies, and we were able to pull them together and win.
And what a win it was. What are you going to do tonight to keep that momentum going?
You know, we've got a lot of tricks up our sleeve. My crew chief, John, has given me a puppy that's 100% and ready to rock, and we're coming out here to perform for these great Monster Jam fans.
Now, today at the pit party, we were hanging out with all of her fans, and a lot of you fans here in Anaheim have never been to the Monster Jam World Finals. Can you sort of paint a picture for everybody who's here, who's never been, and tell us a little bit about the Monster Mutt Dalmatian fashion show?
Well, you know, the Monster Jam World Finals is the biggest, baddest show we have on the planet. You know, this show is great, but out there is just crazy. I get to have a Monster Mutt Dalmatian fashion show, and last year I had 82 fans on the main stage with me, breaking it down, having a great time. And if you guys want to go to the show, all you have to do is find me on Facebook or Instagram and message me, and you can be right there in the fashion show with me.
So last year we had 82 entries. We need to get it into the triple digits. I think we need to have 100 entries this year. Now, there's something new that we want all of you to know about. It is the Monster Jam Winners Circle. Candace, can you tell us a little bit about that?
I can tell you about that. You know, it's something that we're trying this year. It's a little crazy. After the show, we're going to have a personal meet and greet with a select number of fans. And you get to buy the passes back at section 229 to 230 at the yellow table. There's only 40 spots available, so if you guys want to hang out with me and all the other drivers after the show, make sure you guys get back and buy your passes because there's only a limited number. But I have 4 passes that I am going to give to my little Dalmatian Nation baby right here and her family for coming out and supporting me every year.
We are so excited. Her fans are incredible, so loyal. And look at this puppy right here working it out. We're so excited to have these fans here with us, and make sure that you check out the Monster Jam Winner's Circle as well. And up next, let's get to know a little bit more about Cole Venard, driver of the Black Pearl.
I'm Cole Venard, driver of Black Pearl. I've been driving for 3 years from Murdo, South Dakota. I got into Monster Jam as a mechanic. I was crew chief for Adam Anderson for 9-10 years. I started driving monster truck 3 years ago. Being a driver of Black Pearl, I want to be known as wild, crazy, keep you on the edge of the seat kind of guy. My motivation comes from the fans. The fans, when they get going crazy, we hear that in the truck, and it ramps us up, and we go bigger and badder than ever. For me, the ultimate achievement would be getting to the Monster Jam World Finals, winning my very own title, whether it be racing, freestyle. In 2018, I've already won the arena tour. I would love to have a stadium title under my belt, get to the World Finals, and just lay down the best run I can. This year we have 14 of the best Monster Jam drivers in our stadium tour. You got Tom Meents, you got Charlie Pauken, you got Scott Butow. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's gonna be wild, crazy, but watch out, I'm coming for you.
I'm on the track with Cole Venard and Black Pearl. Now, Cole, some of the Monster Jam fans might know that you have a prosthetic leg. Tell me, does having a prosthetic leg make it more difficult to pilot a Monster Jam truck?
You know, I wouldn't say it's more difficult. Let me just show them what it looks like, too. I don't want to say it's more difficult at all because, you know, it's my left leg. That's the brake pedal. Who needs brakes when you're out here on a big floor like this? You need nothing but the gas pedal.
Now going into last week in San Diego, you were 4th in overall event points. This weekend, you're tied for 2nd for the overall series points. Some might say you're the black horse of the Stadium Championship Series 2. Tell me, do you think you can get an overall event championship win tonight?
You know, the black horse, I think it's the Black Pearl. But we're going to give it all we can. We're coming for you guys. We're having fun. The crowd gets crazy. We get crazy. You guys want to have some fun tonight?
That's Cole Venard and the Black Pearl. Up next, let's get to know Gravedigger and Charlie Pauken.
My name is Charlie Pauken, driver of Gravedigger from Maumee, Ohio. Been driving monster trucks for over 30 years. I actually got in the Monster Jam when I was a kid. A couple guys were building a truck in their backyard, and I couldn't resist. I had to stop by and see what they were doing. The road to where I am today, after 30 years, it's just been amazing. I went from helping a couple guys out with a truck to driving their truck, working for them, getting the chance to drive a Gravedigger truck and join the team. And it's been a just phenomenal ride ever since, meeting the great fans and going around the world doing it. To defend my title, I plan to come out with full of vengeance, 110%. This is what it is. This is Monster Jam. It's live, it's now, and you got to come out and bring the show. It's either full game on or you're not in the game at all. The fans just drive us. You see them up in the stands, you see them cheering, the smiling faces, the banners, the hats, the shirts. That's what drives us. The fans are everything to me, and to put a smile on their face is priceless, and that's what it's all about.
Where are all of my Gravedigger fans at? This guy right here, Mr. Charlie Pauken. You continue to top yourself week after week after week. Do you consider yourself to be a bit of a perfectionist?
Yeah. I mean, you have to. The whole thing is being consistent. That's the name of the game here. If you're going to win this thing, go to Vegas. You've got to be consistent.
Consistent? Yes, consistent indeed. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. A couple of days ago, was it your birthday?
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Can right now, Anaheim, everybody together say happy birthday, Charlie, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you from Anaheim. Now, you are currently in this series in the lead. You are in first place. What is it going to take to keep you there?
I just got to keep pushing this thing as hard as I can. Anaheim, are you guys behind me? That's what I need. My fans behind me, keep driving, because that's what it takes. My fans driving me.
There's something about Anaheim. There's such a legacy here, such a historic story with Monster Jam. What is it about Anaheim that makes it so special for Monster Jam?
You know, I've been coming here for years, and it's just the fans. They come out in droves, the hats, the T-shirts, you see them. The pit party, I had kids coming up doing the Chucky dance. It's just great energy here. You guys rock the house, and I love coming here and rocking it with you.
He's here, and he's ready for you, Anaheim. It is Charlie Pauken, driver of Gravedigger. Make some noise one more time. And up next, we're going to get to know a little bit more about Scooby-Doo driver John Gordon.
I'm John Gordon. I'm from Hiram, Georgia, and I'm driving Scooby-Doo. This is my first year driving Scooby-Doo for all you Monster Jam fans. Like many of you fans, I enjoyed watching all the Monster Jam drivers drive their truck into the ground week in and week out. A few years back, I became good buddies with Ryan Anderson through mud racing, and from then I became his crew chief. That's what's got me to where I am today. Driving a 1,500 horsepower Monster Jam truck is a feeling like no other. It's on the edge of control the whole time. And right when you think you're in control, another obstacle jumps in front of you, and you just got to wing it. I want to be known for the guy that no matter what situation I'm put in that truck, I somehow make the best of it. I want to get out of that truck and see all the fans off their seat and on their feet and know that they got their money's worth. Success in Monster Jam is just like success in life. You put in what you get out. Many people have inspired me to get to where I am today. Ryan Anderson, Dennis Anderson, and Adam Anderson have become great family friends, and they've helped me this whole way, and I hope that one day I can make them proud. The show that you're about to see here is loaded with great competition. You got the most decorated man in Monster Jam history, Tom Meents. He's going to be putting on a show week in and week out, but we're here to see what we can do with a bunch of all the other great competitors.
John Gordon and Scooby-Doo here at the Monster Jam live stage. John Gordon, what is it like representing Scooby-Doo for all these great Monster Jam fans?
Man, the fans around the world for Scooby-Doo are crazy. That line in pit party was wrapped around the bike rack the entire time, and we signed until they wouldn't let us sign anymore, and it means the world to us for all of y'all to come out here and support us.
Coming into racing tonight and last week in San Diego, you were telling me that this track really does suit you. How so?
Man, the background of racing that I come from in the mega truck world is a lot more similar to this than a Chicago-style track. So these tight turns are really what I enjoy doing, and last week was kind of a fluke with my first round win just because my teammate broke an axle, but maybe we'll get to line up again this weekend.
Fans, one more time, give it up for John Gordon and Scooby-Doo. Now let's send it out to Michael and see what's going on in the stands.
I'm hanging out here in section 108. What's your name?
Emily.
Emily, talk to us. How did you get into Monster Jam?
Well, I heard it from a friend, and I'm really into monster trucks, so.
That's awesome. Easy enough. Who are you excited to see here tonight on the track?
Gravedigger.
Gravedigger all the way. What did you think of Charlie Pauken?
Yeah, good.
Were you able to go to the pit party today? You weren't there. Aw, next time for sure. Well, we're really excited. We're going to be back here in Anaheim on February 24th and 25th. We're so excited that fans like this keep coming back time after time. Everybody give it up for Emily. We are so excited for all of you fans who are here tonight here at Angel Stadium.
Welcome back, fans. We are here at the Monster Jam live stage, now standing next to the series trophy for the Stadium Championship Series number 2. Once again, I'm Keith Jones, now joined by our behind-the-scenes pit reporter, Diana Reid. And like I just said, 14 Monster Jam trucks competing tonight, a 6-stop tour, as the driver who has the most points at the end of the 6-stop tour will not only get this series trophy, but they will get an automatic bid to Monster Jam World Finals 19 at Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tons of storylines coming into tonight. Tom Meents and Max D not only won freestyle last week in San Diego, he won his 35th career freestyle championship. And Diana, there's tons of other drivers that could win tonight.
There's a lot of great competition here, and you can't forget about Team Zombie's Colt Stevens and Black Pearl with Cole Venard. These two are currently tied for overall series points for second position. They haven't won the overall everything for the series championship, but this might be the year for one of them.
Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger, as I said earlier, also won the overall event championship last week in San Diego. He has a 3-race winning streak coming in tonight and 9 career racing titles. So it's up in the air, but right now it's a part of the show. We're going to give you our host predictions on who we think is going to win racing and freestyle tonight here in Anaheim. Diana, we're going to start with you. You've been behind the scenes the last 2 days, talking to the crew chiefs, talking to the drivers. Who do you like in racing tonight?
When it comes to the racing competition, my pick is Gravedigger and Charlie Pauken. He took runner-up to the Monster Jam racing competition in Orlando, and last weekend in San Diego, he took the win. He has great speed and navigation on those turns, and he was looking very confident in practice yesterday.
He's got the consistency. He's got that streak going. For racing, I am going to take Colt Stevens and Zombie. He keeps getting faster and faster. One of the fastest times of practice yesterday. I think he's going to take home the racing championship. But now we move on to freestyle. 14 Monster Jam trucks competing. Who's going to take that home tonight, Diana?
My freestyle pick is the 11-time Monster Jam World Finals champion, Tom Meents and Team Max D. He won freestyle last weekend in San Diego, and he always has some tricks up his sleeves. I think these fans are going to be very impressed tonight.
Nice pick, taking it home. He's had 35 freestyle championships. For freestyle tonight, Black Pearl, who's in the top 4 the last 3 weeks of this Stadium Championship Series number 2. I think he will take home freestyle as he's landed 3 backflips, 1 in each week. We'll see if he can do it. I think he will take home the freestyle championship here in Anaheim. But it's not just about who we think is going to win racing and freestyle. We want to see who you, the fans, think is going to take home those championships tonight. Michael Navarro, you're up in the stands. What are the fans telling you?
Those are some great predictions, but I'm having a blast over here talking to the fans. Who do you think is going to take home racing tonight? Who's going to be the fastest?
Scooby-Doo!
Yeah, all right. Now, who do you think is going to take home the 2-wheel skills challenge?
It's going to be El Toro Loco.
El Toro Loco, Chuck Warner. Okay, all right. Now, when it comes to freestyle tonight, who's taking that home?
I think Max D.
Max D. All right, as you can see, the fan predictions are all over the place. We've gotten to know some of our drivers tonight, but right now, let's get to know Kelvin Raymer, driver of Time Flies.
My name is Kelvin Raymer. I'm from Watsonville, California. I drive Time Flies, and I've been competing for about 16 years. I've got a lot of friends that have trucks, helping other people working on trucks, and it took me several years to gather the parts and save the money to build our own truck. It's a real adrenaline rush, the horsepower when it launches you and when you're flying through the air and the feeling of floating and when you're flipping upside down. It's just a feeling that you get from nothing else. Being out here with my daughter and watching her and doing it with her together just is a whole nother adrenaline and feeling of happiness, and watching her do it and just the family. I'm just out having fun. I want people to know if they want to do something, they want it bad enough, they work hard enough for it, it's out there. They can go do the same things I've done. It's just, you got to work hard for your dreams. I try to be a little different than everybody else. Sometimes it's big air, sometimes it's just being a little crooked, crazy, wheelies, cyclones, just a little out of control, but bring it back. Success at the end of the night, after having a good time and pulling off a few tricks, is not always winning, but it's the adrenaline that you get from it, the excitement, the smile, the happiness at the end of the night.
I'm here with Kelvin Raymer and Time Flies. Now, Kelvin, your very first big stadium show was right here in Anaheim about 12 years ago. Tell me, when you enter Angel Stadium, do you get a sense of nostalgia?
You know, Angel Stadium's got a big place in my heart, and every time I show up, it's always exciting. You know, the fan base here is just unreal. The floor is big, the jumps are big. It's just a fun place to be.
Now, you're the driver for Time Flies, but you also spend a lot of time working on your Monster Jam truck behind the scenes. Tell me, what did you do to prepare your Monster Jam truck for tonight?
You know, knowing the jumps, you got to set the shocks right for that. The weather's a little different here, so yeah, tune up. You know, our computer, we went ahead and took 5% out of the top end of the computer for fuel because we have a computerized system. You know, other than that, it's walking the track, looking at the jumps, mentally preparing yourself and relaxing, doing a little stretching, and then going out and having some fun.
That's Kelvin Raymer and Time Flies. Now, let's get to know his daughter, Rosalie Raymer and Wildflower.
My name is Rosalie Raymer. I am the driver of Wildflower monster truck. I'm from Watsonville, California, and I've been competing in Monster Jam since 2015. I've been around Monster Jam my entire life. My dad, Kelvin, is the driver of the Time Flies monster jam truck, and I grew up working on monster jam trucks with him and then grew into driving my own. I'm currently a student at Georgia Tech. I'm going to school for my mechanical engineering degree, so I want to be known as the engineer of Monster Jam. I think you find success in giving something that you love all you've got, and I've found that in putting my all towards getting my mechanical engineering degree during the week and giving my all on the track every weekend at Monster Jam. It's definitely a balancing act, being on the road every weekend, but I have such a passion for Monster Jam and such a passion for that mechanical engineering degree. So no matter if I'm at the track late night trying to get my homework done or at school trying to communicate with my dad, making sure the Monster Jam truck, Wildflower, is ready for the next weekend, I'm willing to make it happen. In 2016, I worked my hardest and became Monster Jam's Rookie of the Year. In 2017, I was invited to the World Finals and almost pulled off my first corkscrew. So who knows what's going to happen in 2018, but keep your eyes open.
I am here with the driver of Wildflower. It's Rosalie Raymer. And Rosalie, who do we have here?
Yo, I love coming down to Anaheim because Anaheim has the best Wildflower fans. Can you say hi? You excited, everybody?
Hi.
Are you excited for tonight?
Yeah.
Who's gonna win?
Wildflower.
Woo!
Now let me ask you a question. Did you make this poster?
My dad did.
Your dad did. How long have you been a fan of Wildflower?
A whole year.
How long have you been a fan?
Since I was 6.
Since you were 6. How old are you now?
7.
7? A whole year of being a Wildflower fan. That's a long time. Word has it that this is your favorite city to come to. Why is that?
You know, growing up with my dad coming to the track, this was always our first show of the year, and it signaled the first Monster Jam of the year every year. And you know, I got to be up here in the stands with you guys getting crazy for all these drivers, and now I'm out there on the track and I'm getting crazy out there for you guys. It's amazing.
Are you guys ready to cheer her on tonight, Anaheim? It's fans like you guys that make this all worthwhile. One more time, Wildflower driver Rosalie Raymer. And up next, let's get to know a little bit more about Cory Rummel, driver of Pirate's Curse.
Cory Rummel and Pirate's Curse, and also joining me here at the Monster Jam live stage, cheering them on, is the mascot, Pirate's Curse, Cory Rummel. You got 5th place last week in freestyle. Are you feeling good coming into tonight?
Oh, I'm feeling great. This is my 3rd year in a row here in Anaheim. This is the first year I'm running the Pirate's Curse identity, and man, I want to leave an impression here tonight.
You were just telling me you were at Monster Jam World Finals 18 last year in the Double Down Showdown. All roads lead to Monster Jam World Finals 19 for you drivers.
Oh, it definitely does. And you know what? I'm still on that road right now, and I'm hoping everything works out for tonight and next weekend because I really want that chance to be in Vegas.
We'll see what he can do tonight. That's Cory, Rummel, and Pirates Curse, and the mascot. Give it up for Pirates Curse. Now let's learn more about the 11-time World Finals champion, Tom Meents and Max D.
I'm Tom Meents. I drive Max D. I'm from Paxton, Illinois, and I've been driving for 25 years. Ever since I was 10 years old, I wanted to drive monster trucks. You know, something I always thought about. I never knew how I'd get the opportunity, or where that opportunity could possibly come from. I took my dream and I rode it all the way to the top. When you're behind a 12,000-pound beast of a Monster Jam truck, you feel like you can overcome anything, you can accomplish anything, and nothing can get in your way that will stop you. Every competitor that Monster Jam has on tour now, super good, super athletic, really good at all their abilities. To see the progression of this group together is amazing. And to be able to witness the great performances that may go before you in an event is awe-inspiring. I know that Monster Jam will be around forever. In 2018, driving Max D, the #1 thing I want to do is give a lot of maximum destruction. I want to be super cool. I want to put on the best performance possible. I want to make sure that everybody goes home talking about Max D's wild ride.
I'm here with the 11-time Monster Jam World Finals champion, Tom Meents and Team Max D. Now, Tom, last weekend in San Diego, you had an impressive performance during freestyle. You nailed that backflip. Then you went back to the ramp and did a reverse backflip. Tell me, how did it feel to take that win in Petco Park?
It was exhilarating. You know, it's been 9 years since I've been to San Diego. I was so excited about being back in there. I'm like, I need to bring something special to these people. It was a phenomenal time. I can't wait to put on another performance like that here this weekend in Anaheim. I'm really looking forward to tonight.
You talk about all the time how you are living your dream. Right now, we are in Angels Stadium, another sold-out crowd, 45,000 fans, and I know a lot of them are Max D fans. Tell me, what advice would you give to your fans in pursuing their very own dreams?
And it's real easy. Work hard, study hard in school, and most importantly, do whatever you want to be successful in. Make sure you love it, because that's the secret to success. The kids, they come out in big numbers all day in a pit party. They're here at the show. They're super excited to be here, and I can't wait to give them the performance they want to see.
Let's hear it for Tom Meents and Team Max D.
The fans are here in Anaheim, and they are unbelievable. We're here with this father and son. Talk to us. This is your first time bringing your son.
Yeah, we're really excited to see the big monster trucks, and he loves monster trucks, so we came down here to Anaheim from Los Angeles.
That's awesome. What's your favorite Monster Jam truck, buddy?
Monster Jam.
He said Gravedigger. He's so excited to be here. It's moments like these that really make all of this one of the most memorable events that you can come to. We're so excited about Anaheim. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for watching this edition of Monster Jam Live on Facebook. For results for tonight's Monster Jam, be sure to go to monsterjam.com and follow us on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even YouTube for all the latest news and highlights regarding Monster Jam. And keep checking back on Facebook for when the next Monster Jam Live will be happening. Thank you so much for all the fans watching from across the globe for Monster Jam Live.